Welcome to another episode of the WeakLEE Podcast. I'm the man in front of the camera, Darren Lee Jr. Man behind the camera is Bryce. And I have today another special episode. We did Mr. Meana. Now we have the other half of the partners in crime from New Orleans. And this is Mr. Kango Slimm.
Yeah, you're right, man.
Tell the people about yourself.
Hey, man, this is your boy Kango Slimm, one half of the group Partners in Crime. Y'all already know what it is, man. So we here, man. We here.
What part of the city you from?
Gert Town. I'm from Uptown. Well, I could say I'm from two sides. I'm gonna say I'm originally born and raised Uptown in the Gert Town area.
Yeah.
But when as a teenager, my mom moved to New Orleans East, so I spent half of my time, in New Orleans East as well.
Yeah.
But if you ask me where I'm from, I'm gonna tell you I'm from Gert Town.
Yeah, I grew up on 48th Street. Then when I was 7, my mom moved us.
Oh, okay,
my mom and dad moved us to the East.
Yeah. Well, I was a little older than 7 when I moved, but yeah, Gert Town is a big part of my life. That's where my roots are. That's where my family is.
Yeah. So what drew you to music?
I think I believe having a melody and a love for melody.
Yeah.
Also, coming up in the church house. I went to church every Sunday. I was a part of the choir at church. I actually played drums for the young ministry at my church, the Angelical Choir. I was the drummer for the kid choir and things like that. So I guess just coming up within my household, I always did have a love for singing, and things like that. So when hip hop came in, of course, it was just like one of those things that just kind of spalled over into hip hop. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But from a musical aspect, I would say what drew me to music would be probably singing in the church house and playing drums.
Oh, okay. So you have nobody in your family that was into music?
Nope, nobody in my family that was into music. I am the only musician.
That's interesting.
Yes, the only musician. Well, besides my son now.
All right, yeah. So how did you meet Mr. Meana?
Well, we both went to Reed. He had graduated the year before I came to Reed. And I was rapping in the hallways at school, and I made a name for myself. But we had another friend that had told me about Mike, and they said he went here the year before you went here. He was good, a rapper or whatever. So one day we met up. I was outside the band class, and me and him took a walk to the store, and we was, writing rhymes. I mean, just reciting rhymes to each other.
Yeah.
And they coincided with each other, and from there on, we kind of gelled, to make some things happen,
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
There you go.
So basically, y'all just cross paths at the right time.
Cross paths at the right time. During that time, I was going to Sarah T. Reed at that time.
Yeah.
And he had just graduated. So yeah, when we crossed paths, it was kind of like I guess it was divine because of what we accomplished, together. Like, it ain't too many times you can meet somebody from childhood and really, really accomplish like the goals that we've accomplished together. So I say it was divine. We was meant to.
So how old were y'all when y'all first hit?
When we first hit, I was I think I was like 16.
Yeah.
And he was like 18 or something like that. Yeah. So but when I first got into music, when we were in like the Big Easy nightclub and all of that, I think I had just turned 16 years old. So I was in the club at 15.
Right.
Yeah.
That's that New Orleans thing, man.
Yeah, it was a New Orleans thing, bro. And coming from where I came from, like I said, I was coming from Uptown, Gert Town. And once I came out here to New Orleans East, it was kind of different for me. So, of course, once I got to Reed, I was a little older, by that time, I was like 16, and it just was a time where New Orleans music was flourishing.
Yeah.
And when I made the decision to jump into the music business, that's what I did wholeheartedly, and just, never stopped with it.
So with the whole music industry and y'all getting into it together, like exactly how was that?
I mean, honestly, it was easy because when we first got together, Mike had already rapped for Big Boy Records, but without me by himself. So he was trying to go get a solo deal. So at that time, Big Boy didn't want to sign into a solo deal. I guess he was looking for a group at that time. So when I met Mike and we started rapping in a club, Sporty T saw us together. And when he saw us together, he got in touch with Mike and told him, "Hey man, why don't you bring your boy over to the office? You know what I mean? And y'all come, try out again." Because he had saw something different, when we were on stage. So once we did that, we went over to Big Boy, man. First Cash Money tried to sign us, and we didn't want to sign with them. And then we went over to Big Boy, and once we rapped for Big Boy together, we made the decision to, go ahead full-fledged as partners in crime,
Yeah, that's nice, man. Right. So what exactly were the pros and cons with that?
I don't think it really was any pros and cons with us, being in a group.
Well, not outside the group, like just the music industry, period.
Just the music industry, period. The pros and cons of it. I mean, of course, you could be successful in this business, and you could accomplish many things. And the flip side of that is you could actually get caught up in this music business and mess your life up. So the music business could be either or.
Yeah.
It can work for you or it can destroy you. Of course, we had my cousin that rapped with us prime time. You know what I mean? And during the time of us doing music at that time, drugs got into his life real bad. So once that happened to him, he decided to, move away from the music business because it was a little bit too much for him. So it can make you or break you, when you speak of pros and cons of just being in the music business, But me, myself, I found a lot of success in music besides just, rapping with partners in crime, as a songwriter. It's the businesses I've had along the way. I've found, much success in it. So, it's kind of hard for me to, when you say pros and cons, that's the only pros and cons that I can see from the music business that you can,
Yeah.
That you can get caught up with. But
just like if you can handle what comes with it.
If you can handle what comes with it, the pressure, because it's a lot that comes with it. Especially coming from my age of doing it. Mind you, I was in the studio at, 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, and during that time, only thing I wanted to do was make a hit. So I pretty much programmed myself to, to be like a machine. When I get in the studio, I'm shutting everything out. And everybody used to be like, don't leave him alone. Don't mess with him. He's in the studio. Leave him alone. I'm actually in there like a machine,
Yeah.
Sitting there trying to formulate these words, praying that I could come up with a hit. The pressure of trying to come up with a hit alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And like, man, this is just something that you have to do for your life and for your career, right? And you have all of this other competition out here. You listening to all of these other hit songs, but you as a teenager, you're sitting at the computer saying, I have to do something that's going to draw people to me, right? So once you get into that element, you train yourself like a machine to become a working robot. Like, I'm a hit maker. This is what I do. This is what I thrive off of.
Yeah.
Now, there's a good side of that and there's a bad side, because the good side of it is I made a lot of hits.
Yeah, right, right.
I mean? The bad side of it is once you get home at night, you can't turn it off. Because you got to think about it. You're in the studio 24/7. I used to wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning, go to the studio, and don't leave the studio till damn near 12 o'clock the next day. And all I'm doing is working on music. So by the time I get home, I can't even relax because all I'm hearing is I'm still hearing the beat from in the studio. So I'm trying to watch TV and relax, and I just can't do that. So what am I doing now? I'm outside in the backyard. That beat's still running through my head, so I'm still working while I'm at home. And I'm supposed to be chilling. Yeah, the kids, everybody's running around, but really, I'm not here.
Yeah, you still in the studio.
Yeah, I'm still there.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing and it's a bad thing.
I was about to say, so is that like one of the cons?
Yeah, it's one of the cons. You know what I mean? You can risk your mind, and if you don't stabilize yourself, you can go a little bit further off on the deep end.
Yeah.
Because, overworking your mind sometimes can lead to other things. Some people will say, okay, for instance, I may be sitting here and you may see me mumbling. You may think I'm talking to myself. Some people may be like, oh, he's talking to himself, but really I'm formulating words. But to you, it looks as if I'm talking to myself. You may think he crazy, bro. He just sit there and just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But once you get into that that realm of it, sometimes it can get a little scary
Yeah.
because I've heard of people actually like having that what do they call it, audio hallucination, or whatever it is, and they just sit there and the words are just keep constantly going through their head. And sometimes you can say, "Hey, you know, what are you doing?" or whatever, and they still don't listen to you. You have to say, "Hey," and then they say, "Oh,"
Yeah.
you know what I
And they're
mean?
not really there.
Yeah, they're not really there. And that can become a real problem in a lot of people's lives if you don't watch it as a writer or, you know what I mean, as someone that uses your mind in that way.
But don't you think that comes with just like don't that coincide with just life period? Because like people who work hard or work long hours, like
Yeah, it does, but it's a little bit different
mm-hmm.
because of the decibels that you're hearing, the highs, the lows, the basses, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So although your mind still may be thinking about, yeah, I got to go to work tomorrow. Mine is not even thinking about I just got to go to work. Mine is thinking about all of the words that I was thinking of today.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I'm hearing sounds.
Yeah.
So you probably could go to sleep eventually and say, you know what, I was thinking about I got to go to work tomorrow at 7. Let me just lay down and give me some rest. Right?
Yeah.
I couldn't do that because when I say let me shut it off, let me get some rest. When I close my eyes, that beat still don't go away.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah. So it's a little different.
So I remember talking to you, talking about you was used as a robot.
Yeah.
What exactly do you mean by that?
You got to look at it. When you the guy, okay, I wrote most of the songs, you know what I mean, for PNC, right?
All right.
So when you're that guy and it's time for a new hit song, what are they gonna say? It's time for you to get in the studio and do this, right? Me as a young kid, I was putting that studio all the time. Nigga, let's make a hit. We need a hit song. We need a hit song. We need a hit song, right? So that's the part of being programmed like a robot. You go to the studio. This is what you sit here and do. You write these hit songs. You rack your brain and come up with the best things that you could come up with to make these songs work, right? Once you make that one hit song, you know what I have to go do? That one ain't enough. I put that one out, we doing good. You got to have the next one in the chamber, so you got to get back in the studio and create that work.
Right.
So that was my life every day. I'm going to the studio to create music. I'm going to the studio to create music, which is a good thing because you want to be better. You know what I'm saying? But you are programming yourself like a robot to do these things. Right? So when I'm not in the studio,
what you doing?
I feel lost.
Yeah.
That's the part of I have programmed myself so much to do this to when I'm not doing it, now you become aggravated. You're easily agitated because you're not in your element. You know what I'm saying? So all of these things lined up can become a problem.
Right.
So it sounds good, but there's the pros and the cons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of it all, you know?
So how was that? Like how was that the whole mental drain of that?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, bro, I didn't even realize how much it was draining me. Because and how much I wasn't myself. I was off into a musical world that I didn't allow nobody to come close to. You know what I mean? Leave me alone. I'm in my element. And it's crazy because some people in my family, they had to adapt to that. Like, just leave him alone. He, you know what I mean? Doing his thing, which wasn't right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But for me, I had to grab a hold of myself and bring myself back to, you know, that reality of saying like, wait a minute, man, you know, you're easily agitated when you're not in this element, something is wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Which means you have to separate yourself from this music thing for a minute. I didn't have to, I didn't want to do it on my own, but I was, they made me separate from the music. Let me put it like that. They made me separate from the music for a little while. Like, you know what I'm saying? So with that happening, I think that helped me out a whole lot. It made me realize on a lot of things that I was missing out on, which was family, you know, time with them and, you know, real life things like, you know.
Outside of the music.
Yeah, outside of
So how old you was when you did all that?
Bro, I was well in my 40s. Yeah.
So it was a long time.
A long time, bro.
Yeah.
I was well in my 40s, bro, before I was able to say, you know what? You know, this is overbearing. I want to do this. I want to do this because you got to think about it. There's a lot of things that I wanted to do, but I felt like I have to keep grinding
Mm-hmm.
to get better. I have to keep grinding because me and my brother have to be in a better place. I'm trying to get us to the top. Like when I come with these songs, I'm like, look, bro, this is the song I come up with. This is a hit. I'm telling you, here, do a verse, or whatever it is. That always had been my mission with Partners in Crime. If you know Kango, the mission with Kango is success with Partners in Crime, like at all and on all levels. Like can't let that ship sink. Like that's me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So how you feel about knowing that your music is still being played like now?
Man, when I sit back and look at it all, because I ain't gonna lie, a little while ago I still was looking at it as if like, damn, I did some great things, but I'm still not there.
Yeah.
But when you take the time and you sit back and you look at all of those people singing your music, you look at the accolades that they're giving you, you look at how much joy you bring to them when you're doing their weddings and stuff, you start to realize, man,
You did.
I did this already.
Yeah.
It's done. Like you thinking it's not all the way done, but really it's done. Look at you. Like you are a legend within your own right where you are. Like I don't care about the world, you know what I mean? Which we're known all over the world. But look at what you have been able to do and accomplish from you having a dream of being on stage, you pursuing that dream, and not only pursuing that dream to help benefit your family, to help benefit others within the community. It went from doing music to being a community activist to helping others. Like, you know what I mean? Being able to help others. So where's your blessing? Your blessing is right in front of your face. You know what I'm saying? And, once I realized that, I believe things became a little bit smoother for me because I still had that hunger inside of doing this, right? And the trip part about it is, I'm fighting, musically for me and my brother to get there when really I'm already there because as a writer, I'm writing for some of the bigger artists.
Right.
I'm just not with them every day, but shit, you in their company. It's like,
you there.
You there, like, you know what I mean? But sometimes we want a little bit more, but sometimes us chasing that little bit more, we can run out of time in our lives chasing that. Like, you know what I mean? So sometimes you have to fall back and just let things.
Let it flow.
Yeah, let it flow. Yeah.
That's great. That's great to hear for real. But I can honestly tell you, like, just being able to talk to you and Meana is just like I never think that I'd be doing that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just like me starting my podcast, like I would never think like, I have Partners in Crime on my podcast.
Yeah, man. But look, I guess in life you grow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And everything takes time.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't your time back then, but now it is your time because, hey, we notice you. Like, which means I always say you're doing something great if people are noticing it. Like, and especially after watching your podcast, you realize it's not on no messy, crazy stuff, which is,
what everybody be looking for.
Yeah, they're all looking for that. Like, and of course, we all know that there's some time. It's time for change on a lot of these things that we put out into. You know what I mean? The world and the universe. So yeah, man, I commend you. I like it, man.
But there's one thing that be getting me because, it's easy to give the people what I know they want for me to get there quickly.
Right.
But that's not what I'm about.
Right. I mean, like I said, you have to follow your heart. What you feel like, everybody have opinion, and I just posted something about that. Everybody have their opinion of what you should do, how you should be doing it, but only you know where you want to be in life. If I were to listen to everybody's opinion, bro, I probably wouldn't even be here right now. And my mom would tell you that, because I could tell you for sure, if it came to my mom's opinion when I first started doing music, she told me no, you're not gonna do this. She did everything she can to try and keep me away from, jumping out the window and going to the nightclub and trying to, perform, right? So I still pursued that dream no matter what. And when she finally realized that I had became someone of a household name and that people knew me, when she finally realized that, she came to me and she said, son, I apologize. And I was like, for what? She was like, I almost kept you away from your dream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So her opinion, to me as my mom, most people should say, oh, it should have mattered. But no, when it came to my dream and my feeling and my heart, I stood fast on it and said, this is what I want to be, man. I'm sorry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I wasn't one of those kids to go out there and manipulate that and mess up, and do something I wasn't supposed to do. When I said this is what I wanted to be, she didn't know I really meant this is what I want to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when I became that, she apologized to me and said, I almost kept you away from your dream. That's why I never stopped.
Yeah. Because, a lot of people just say things don't be doing it.
Yeah. They say it and don't do it. Like, we really did this. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I never stopped.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that'd be people speaking their fears, though.
Yeah, they speak their fears.
And like you told me, I never think that you were the first person in your family to be into music.
Yeah, first person, man. First person.
Because, a lot of people, it comes from somewhere like grandpa, uncle, auntie, something, mom, dad, something.
Nah, man. I come from a good family, man. I come from a lot of restaurant, barroom owners. My grandfather and my grandmother, they did good by us. I can't say I came up poorly. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even though I lived in the hood, I had everything that I needed.
Yeah.
The rebellious things I did when I hustled and things like that was just me being a rebellious young man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's my life. Like, I can't say I'm not going to sit there and lie to you. Like, but I ain't grow up no different. I was right in the hood.
Yeah.
I just had a Atari.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah,
So till this day, you still be writing a lot?
Yeah, man. I still write, man. That's my biggest passion, writing music. I have so many writings up under my belt, and that's my main thing.
Just being writing and being in the background, though.
Yeah, writing music and being in the background, man. Trying to find placements. I still send a lot of songs that I have off to labels and artists and things like that. And the thing about it is, it's just one of them throw up things. You just have to. It's like fishing, you know what I mean? Hoping you catch a fish that say, I like this song. I want to use this song. I want to write this song. Like, it's time. It takes time.
Right.
But thank God over the years, I've racked up a bunch of them with a lot of artists such as, T-Pain, Lil Boosie, Juvie, Shawty Low, a lot of other artists, Pleasure P, so those writings still keep me, afloat. But by me having those writings under my belt, I still get a little seniority, what I mean, when it comes to writing and things like that. But it's a whole new world, bro. Right now, AI is taking that part of the business out. I'm being honest with you, I actually went in the studio not too long ago. A friend of mine told me to listen to the song, bro. I listened to the song and I was like, who it is? And I swear to God, he said, bro, it's AI. He said, I sung 5 words and it wrote this whole song. Bro, it just blew me away.
Yeah.
And it just lets me know I need a job now, y'all.
But they'll talk about all that AI stuff about to take everybody's job now, man.
Oh, man.
AI, robots, all that stuff about to take over.
Yeah. But it's real, It's real. It's the business.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I never knew you had wrote songs for like T-Pain and all that.
Yeah, man. When you listen to C-Rod and T-Pain's song, Money Around Here, yeah, that's me and S80. S80 actually produced the track for it. Yep. And I wrote the hook, and T-Pain actually sung it on the song. The Lil Boosie, Young Jeezy, You Better Believe It. Mm-hmm. You better believe it. Yeah. That's actually me singing on that hook. I wrote that hook for Boosie when he first came home. We Be Getting Money with Juvie. Money Around Here is with the T-Pain thing. Hands on You with Pleasure P. Yeah, it's yeah.
Been doing your thing for a long time, man.
I've been doing my thing, but a lot of that I contribute to Juvie helping me out with that too as well. When I first became a writer, he was a person that pretty much introduced me to the writing game. So,
okay.
Yeah, big ups to Juve for that,
But thank you for doing this episode with me, man.
Hey, man, anytime, brother. Hey, man, I'm here, bro. Like I said, you doing something good, man. Hopefully, I pray the creator of all things continue to cover you and you put out good information because it's what's needed, Right. Me, myself, most people may tell you they know me, but a lot of people don't know me. Right. I'm really, you know what I mean? I'm really an inside dude. I'm about community, bro. I'm about growth. I'm about health. So, man, anything that you could do to help someone, bro, try your best to do so. Right. We all are in different positions. Some people may say, he's in that position because he put himself in that position. Sometimes we don't understand cause and effect. You know, sometimes, you know, our lives are affected by others. It doesn't mean that we put ourselves in those positions. It's just the circumstances that we were in. So,
Right.
yeah, I actually like, if you're able to reach somebody, man, continue reaching them, whether it's through your podcast or whatever it may be, you know?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
100.
It's another episode. Man, Open Eyes Vulnerable. Tune in next week. And this is the WeakLEE Podcast. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tune in next week.